It's okay, bud. It feels like I'm cutting down into it. Actually, even the blade marks look like that. I think I need to come across. All right, 209jjones malt liquor video. Let's move this ladder that Marco, not a Muffet, told me not to trust this ladder. I think it's got all the approvals. Not a Muppet. OSHA 300 duty rated. Yeah, so that's legit, right? Alright, here we go. Alright, so step one, slash like a madman with a giant knife at a 40 full of water. Oh. Save the polar bear 79. Please allow me in your name to drink this delicious, delicious OE. Malt liquor. Oh, what did I just back up on? Have you guys seen this? It's a rowing machine, of course. But it's the rowing machine of the future. It's got a computer and shit. I do believe there was a feed your dog a treat. Get that taken care of. All that's clean, by the way. Criticizing my housekeeping. All right. Good boy. Oh, speaking of which, man, I bought some sweet Pyrex Tupperware, and I think someone already stole it. I gotta search through my van, but I'm pretty sure I set it down, and I'm pretty sure someone picked it up and took it. I mean, like that Pyrex. I mean, that stuff's expensive. I guess people just sticky fingers, son of a bitches. But I don't know. I think after this malt liquor video, I'm going to go out to the van and really search through my van. Stuff moves around. You know how it is. Oh, the challenge was to pick a new best friend. Pick a new best friend from YouTube. So my old one, as you know, was the Weasel. But you know, some things aren't meant to last. Some things aren't meant to last. So I'm gonna choose Stephen Multern. Stephen Multern is gonna be my my new best friend, probably for the whole year. Actually, I was thinking maybe like 6 months, because I really like Craft Fear. I want him to be my next new best friend. But I think Dr. Multern might be my whole year's best friend. And I can imagine someone trying to knock Dr. Multern out of the top slot. That would take some doing. Florida 32 ounce is already like halfway there. He sent me like treasure chest full of gifts. Like actually like one more box of that, and he's in. He might be in for 2 years. So we're in my garage. I basically just own camp stuff, really. There's some boat stuff, bike stuff. These are the cabinets from the tiny house. Actually, that makes that would make a fairly good YouTube background. I know the big Grabowski's complaining about the pressboard wood in the back of my shed. He's tired of staring at that. And also, Grabowski. Here's why the Grabowski is never going to be a dark malter. I thought he had it in him. I thought he had some dark malter potential. God, I don't want to give up. I don't want to give up. I think he's got like 1% left. There's a 1% possibility he could become a dark malter. But he totally faked his 2 in 10 the race with Scott Coleslaw. He totally faked his second 40. There was no crack, and he just swallowed the entire thing, and it didn't leave any foam. And frankly, I'm going with the apple juice theory. The apple juice theory seems perfectly legit. And I was talking about liars earlier. About liars have a shtick, ways that they lie, and the whole like insistence to see Scott Urshaw's like caps and stuff like that, to see the bottles close up. Like you can tell Scott's just like, yeah, here you go. Like he wasn't even being really that careful to make sure. Like Scott like probably doesn't even know what you're looking for. You know, he's like, it's one of those. He's kind of like, you know, like, are you sure? Like this was out of camera. Are you sure I didn't like swap this for like water? Like, yeah, I'm sure. Like, you know, Scott Earnshaw, like, no one's going to think that he emptied out a malt liquor, or filled up a malt liquor thing full of apple juice. He's going to fucking drink the malt liquor. You know why? Because he wants to. You know why you filled one up with apple juice, Grabowski? Because fuck you, that's why. I've got this door here. It's the steel security door from the tiny house. I was gonna put it in one of the sheds, and I think I'm gonna save it. It's really fucking heavy. I mean, I'm not gonna put this back on the tiny house when I turn the tiny house into a camper. So this is definitely gonna go into a new shed. And actually, I've got a bunch of screen doors up there. Some of them are glass, I believe. I'm not sure. I've got to check them out. But I was going to try to do one wall of the tiny house in the back shed here. One wall, as much windows as possible. Because I have two of these. So I've got those windows. I've got a couple others. Windows. So yeah, I think it'd be fun. Like actually, like, whew, it's cold. To get in the shed, get in out of the weather, but still be like looking straight out. Because that's why I love sitting in that shed and looking out my backyard. Really do. You could probably tell. God damn it. I'd like to do a malt liquor video straight above me. Up in these rafters. So that's the screen door I was telling you about. There's like a couple back in up in there. I have yet to go up there. You've probably seen that that sign I posted that says the Insane Asylum. I found that up there. Oh, all right. I'm gonna bring this to an end. Frankly, folks, I'm tired. I had to get up at 4-ish in the morning, and I have to do that again tomorrow. I'm a little tired. I gotta get something to eat. I'm gonna play some Fallout. God, Fallout, I love it so much. And go to bed early. I got a good book. A friend of mine gave me a book. Really, the coolest part of the video, I'm sure, was like, I don't know how cool that is, but me swinging that machete around, on that machete, that Bowie knife. It felt like it was cutting down inward as it hit. Like, I don't know if you have to swing up and through or what. Man, I'll have to look at some tutorials. Malt liquor.